Tomorrow and next week, we've got plenty of data releases coming from China, including annual GDP data as well as industrial data. The general consensus amongst market players is China's economy could begin to stabilise in Q4, and this could eventually lead to a speed up of growth in the country. Well, with me on the line to discuss all this in more detail is Head of Quantitative Research and Emerging Markets at Raiffeisen Bank International, Veronika Lammer. Veronika, thanks very much for joining me today. Now, Chinese shares in Hong Kong have been performing well this week, ending what was a poor run over the last few months. Why is this?
I think one of the reasons is that the fixing of the date for the leadership transition with the 8th of November, the party congress on the 8th of November, has taken out quite an insecurity concerning the political situation. And so I think that's just a sign of relief on this area. I think it was just a little, more or less it was insecurity about future political situation. I mean, it was not that big, but still it is the transition for the next 10 years. So the new leaders will be very important. It will be very important if they will follow this way of liberalization and opening of the market. And another possibility is that we could see a little bit more of stimulus measures now, and that because now the focus is again on the economy, and so maybe we're gonna have a little bit more of this. And I think we generally can see a situation that growth should stabilize now in the fourth quarter after having been quite low or decreasing in the last quarters. We think that in the third quarter we reached the bottom in growth.
Now, we've got trade data on China due out tomorrow. What are you expecting to see?
Now, exports were very weak in the last month, and so this was due to a sharp drop of exports to the Eurozone. And for September, we think a stabilization should be expected, and I think that's already the optimistic case. So when we look at the export order component of the HSBC Purchasing Manager Index, for example, we see that this even decreased again in September. And on the other hand, we had a positive sign from the index calculated by the NBS. So taken together, it's more or less we should expect a stabilization on the export side. But this will still mean that we will see an increase in the year-on-year figures by about 5%. So, it could be a positive sign for the market, but more or less it's a stabilization on the level of August.
Now, it's not until next Thursday, but definitely worth looking ahead to, as many analysts I've spoken to say China's economy has hit the bottom. Now it's just a question of when recovery will take place. What should we expect from next week's Chinese GDP release?
It will decrease again. In our opinion, we had 7.6% in the second quarter, and for this quarter we are at 7.4%. This is pretty much in the consensus. We estimate GDP from the industrial production data, and this works quite well. And so I think we are quite confident with this figure, with 7.4%. And industrial production for September should come out at about +9 to +9.2%. So a little bit better than in the month of August.
Okay, thanks for that, Veronika. Keep an eye on Dukascopy TV for further coverage on China next week. But if you want to find out about anything else, i.e. more upcoming data releases as well as events from the week just gone, don't forget to watch The Week Ahead and the weekly wrap-up with Monica Gibson. But for now, have a good weekend and I'll see you on Monday. Goodbye.